you know. Because as a child, growing up, I always used to sit in class and I'd daydream and I'd fall asleep. And suddenly I'd wake up and I could have made that play. Are we on? Are we on yet? Are we on? I give it a shot then. Niners! Not yet. Oh, so we're here now. We are here. It was good. It gave me a minute to reflect on my childhood and everything like that. So it's okay. You know, we'll go ahead and start then, because hey, it's Sunday and there's no way I could go the whole day without talking football. Because I'm gonna be thinking it anyway. So I might as well come in and join the 49er fam and see what we can do. Fam, the subject matter tonight: who stays? I say. Who stays? Who walks? That's going to be something these are the thoughts we're going to entertain for the next few days. The combine's coming up from the 1st till the 7th. I'd only remember the combine being 4 days long before. This time they've expanded on it. Did we have one last year? Maybe because we didn't have one last year. They're going to make up for it this year. Anyway, fam, from where the 49ers Niners fans sit, you and I, it's kind of hard to imagine free agent shopping outside of the team's expiring contracts of this past 2021 season, right? I mean, how will the 49ers sign all the players needed to be able to continue to be competitive in the 2022 season with the current funding or lack thereof available? So tonight, taking your phone calls for your plan to make the big 49ers player personnel decisions in regards to the current expiring contracts that include some big contributors of the team's successes so far, right? So here we go. I'm gonna really quickly let me go down through because coming up in 2022, Niners will be heading the first real year of transition when you think about it. You go back to when Jimmy first showed up in 2017. That was one transition. We've been in that transition since then. So first, you've got a lot of coaching changes also taking place in the days immediately following the Niners' exit of the playoffs. And what effect is that going to have on a team that was doing well with the last coaches to suddenly change style? This is the thing that I'm starting to think about as you see more attention being paid to it by others. And it just hit me. I said, that's right. You got this coach showing you this. Only thing you can hope for is they build upon what they've learned before, and the other coaches, whomever, adds more. Now, if he comes up short of any coaches we've already had, that's not good. Because now the player's not going to have any respect for him. There's going to be times when he probably reaches in and interrupts. Coach says, yeah, coach, we used to do that before, and we didn't have much success with that. But what we did switch to is this and that. See, now the coach is going to be challenged, and you can't do that. Once you do that, that relationship is going to be ruined. And then, as I said, the quarterback change, how will that impact the offense is what I'm wondering. Because the 49ers have played at a certain pace and style for a long time now. So, all of a sudden we're going to change up here. Right now we have an idea that is where that thinking pretty much ends. So for now, due to such a small sample size of Trey Lance, and that's not an indictment against Trey Lance of any kind. It's just a change of style. And can the 49ers still flow? Because what we're talking about is a bunch of guys that have been doing things together for a long time. And then you got Trey coming in. He's going to switch gears, go some other direction. He's going to be different. And that's something guys got to adjust to. We saw that actually in action during especially the preseason, the Cardinals game. You saw a lot of drops because they weren't used to velocity and the timing was off and things like that. So those are the things they'll work out in camp. Hopefully that won't be an issue. But that's as much as we can hope for right now. Because Trey's he's got all the tools. I mean, the guy's got a rifle for an arm. He's just got to learn the knowledge. He is the youngest guy in the league, though, and coming from Division One AA football, it just makes you wonder. You being that young, inexperienced, how long does it take? I thought about this though. I said, LeBron James, if we can use him for an example, he came into the NBA young, basically inexperienced. look great right from the gate. So, it's not impossible. And next, who is going to be in 49ers uniform and who is saying goodbye is, of course, going to make a difference on how the team performs in 2022 as well. Because it was a similar story last year, remember? The Niners had 38 guys to hit the open market. Isn't it amazing how the 49ers will have as many guys on the IR as they do as free agents? We're just one of those lucky teams. There's not enough Irish blood in our team or something, man. We just don't have any shamrocks growing anywhere on that field. It's just all the time with the unbelievably bad luck and bad timing. Always bad timing. You think about the the playoffs. What if Jimmy wouldn't have had a raggedy hand? What if Trent Williams is healthy? The 49ers would have won 6. I really think so. Because when you hear about some of the breakdowns of why the Rams beat the Cleveland Browns, the 49ers would have done identical same thing. Okay, it's too late to dwell on that. The Niners and the rest of the league, for that matter, were led to work with less than anticipated with a decreased salary cap as a result of the dreaded COVID-19 last year. So the Niners managed to retain a number of key players, including several who were re-signed to one-year deals. The plan was to bring as much of the band back as possible, and when the SB claim came close, but no. So here we are, a year later. The Niners now have 28 players with expiring contracts once the NFL's free agency period begins, and that's coming up in just a couple of more weeks, March the 16th. A lot of work to be done between now and then. That's why it's going to get exciting here. We're going to just go through tonight. But to tell you what, from very soon, starting the combine, there's going to be some discussions out there that will accidentally leak. I always tell do we have it? Sources say that Kyle Shanahan got into a conversation with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and a Jimmy Garoppolo deal, as some had predicted, is imminent. See, they're going to start with that, and we're going to say, who are the sources, please? Because you guys make this stuff up a lot. Who are the sources? Okay. Unrestricted free agent. Let's just do the terms. You refresh on this. Any player with 4 or more accrued seasons and an expired contract, free to negotiate and sign with any team. That's an unrestricted free agent, of course. Restricted free agent, the RFAs, a player with 3 accrued seasons and an expired contract. RFAs are free to negotiate and sign with any team, but their original team can offer them one of various qualifying offers. Tenders that come with the right of first refusal and or draft pick compensation. Exclusive rights free agent, that's the IRFA. I had to pronounce it. It just looks fun to say. Any player with fewer than 3 accrued seasons and an expired contract, if his original team offers him a 1-year contract at the league minimum based on his credited seasons, the player cannot negotiate with other teams. Now, we got a couple of those. The unrestricted free agents, let's go ahead and start with those guys right now. Trenton Cannon. All right, how do you feel about him? I'm going to keep Trenton Cannon, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Tom Compton, I'm going to keep him as well. Tom's put in a lot of time this year. I don't want to start him, but I need him as backup because he now thoroughly knows what he's doing out there. He just has to learn how to pass protect a little better. But Tom Compton is not bad as a run blocker. For this offense, you need that. Ross Dwelley. Now, there is the tough decision. You know, Charlie Warner is coming on. He's going to cost a lot less money, right? This is where I believe the 49ers are going to make a move. I think Ross walks. In his 4th season, Dwelley appeared in all 17 regular season contests and 3 postseason matchups. He caught 4 of his 5 targets while averaging 12.8 yards per reception and caught a touchdown on the year. But Kyle was playing because of his experience. I don't know that he's better than Warner. We did see Warner get a lot of his snaps this year. So cost-cutting, he could be a cap casualty if you want to put him in that category. Marcel Harris. You got to keep Marcel Harris. Why? Because of his experience, and he plays linebacker and safety. And he does a good job at. Well, he does a good job at both. I don't know if he's really good, but you got your front guys ahead of him. Then hopefully you keep your fingers crossed. It never helps that he does not have to come in and pay a multitude of snaps. So Marcel Harris, I like him. Stan Maurice Hurst, goodbye, Maurice. My God. I like him, but Jesus Christ. Every time you look at the guys that are not suited up and not playing, it's Maurice every week. Every week. And we did fine without him every week. So, Richie James, fam, here's the one, huh? Here's the one. Now, that's why I mentioned I am going to go ahead. I'm thinking I just like the way he looks when he makes that catch. But I'm keeping Cannon. So is that the end of Richie's going to get hurt again at the beginning of the season anyway. If he heals up, he suffered a knee injury during the preseason. I'm saying goodbye to Richie. Yeah, Dante Johnson. Dante Johnson's like chewing gum on your shoes. He's not going anywhere, so there's no need to make any decisions on him. Even if they cut him, he'll be back a few minutes later. DJ Jones. No way in hell. If I ain't cutting DJ Jones, I don't care what they say about him. He is not a luxury. He is a good player. I'm not sure what in the world. I'm not cutting him, man. I'm signing him. I don't know how I'm going to afford him, but I'm going to sign him. If Jimmy's leaving, I got money. Otherwise, a restructuring party going on throughout this whole, Arden Key, I want him so badly to stay. He appeared in all 17 regular season contests, 3 postseason games, was second on the team behind Nick Bosa with 6.5 sacks. Oh, and man, you watch his aggression out there. The dude is a beast. He just had the wrong coaches all these years. Per PFF, Key's 79.4 pass rush grade and 36 quarterback pressures were career highs. He came to play. He can stay. Raheem Mostert. See, I know we ain't got all this money, right? But Raheem and Mitchell. Eli-Heem duo. Oh, I want that to happen so bad. I really do. I don't know. We'll see. Josh Norman, goodbye. Mohamed Sanu. Yeah, you know why? Because I want Trent Sherfield to stay. Trent Sherfield does both special teams and he's a wide receiver that needs to be used more, if anything. So if anything happens to any of our first guys, let's bring him in. Keep him in anyway. In his first season with the Niners, Sherfield appeared in every game with 49ers and caught 9 receptions for 87 yards and a TD. He also played 43% of special team snaps. Valuable. I'm keeping him. Contavious Street. I said goodbye to Hurts. I'm keeping Street. Laken Tomlinson. No need to even converse. Damn right you're keeping Laken Tomlinson. If you don't sign anybody else, you sign Laken Tomlinson. Kwaski T. There's a decision, fam. I don't want to break up. Him and Jimmy are the combo in the NFL. But he's on the wrong side of 30. I don't know, fam. Is Talanoa, when we put those packages out there that included Kwaski, Talanoa, and Jimmy, oh, hell yeah. I just don't know what to do with Kwaski. I don't know how much he's going to ask for. That's something's going to have to wait. Jason Verrett, I so want him back. And if we can get him for one of those incentive packages, because Jason knows his best bet is to stay with San Francisco. I'm betting he stays with us for that same contract he had this year, one more year. Unless somebody else is going to outbid the 49ers, I say hopefully he stays. Oh, man, he got hurt early in the season. I hope he's ready to play, though. K'Wan Williams. He lost a step. I've never seen K'Wan get beat like that. Was he hurt, maybe? Cooper Kupp could never do that to him before this year. Even Dante did a better job against Kupp than K'Wan. Wow, that's going to be rough. Man. And he's going to get, K'Wan spends a lot of time hurt. He gets hurt a lot now because he's on the wrong side of 32, I guess. The 30 and up guys are the questionable ones, right? Jordan Willis, oh man, Jordan Willis. I signed Jordan Willis just for what he did in the Green Bay game. God, and Willis has made some good plays. I like having him in streak because I'm saying I got to find a way to get rid of D Ford, and then I can keep Willis and I can keep Key, and they're equal to more than one D Ford. You know, Jeff Wilson Jr. I'm keeping Jeff Wilson Jr. because if I can keep Elijah Mitchell and I can sign Raheem Mostert for a contract that's not going to try to take us to the bank, then I've got Jeff Wilson backing up. He should look better now than he did in the last season. He was still in healing mode, right? So I'm keeping Jeff. Tavon Wilson. I like having veterans in some positions. I don't know what to do with this guy, Tavon Wilson. I'm cutting him. Okay. Look at the restricted free agents. Aziz Al-Shar, there's no question about that. I'm not getting rid of him under any circumstances. Daniel Brunskill, fam. You know what? We don't know what's going on there in Banks. We've heard theories, and some people got some great theories. Some saying that, they just kept Banks out because they don't want anybody to we'll just keep Banks ready and fresh for next season. Nobody saves players for that reason. Brunskill stays. He'll do a one-year deal. Brunskill probably doesn't mind if you give him a one-year deal for the rest of his career. Jake Brindle, he's the backup center behind Alex Mack. He only played 6 offensive snaps. He played 17% of San Francisco's special team snaps. I want to draft another center. Jake Brindle, no, he's gone. Draft a center. Can he be worse than Jake Brindle? Probably not. And it's going to be, you don't have to pay him anything more than second or third round. You're going to pay him way less. So Brindle, I'm sorry, Jake, you got to go. Exclusive rights, restricted free agents, Demetrius Flanagan-Foles. I'm keeping him due to the fact that he's got great coverage skills, actually. He doesn't get any credit for that, but he's got good coverage skills. And he's that guy who can bring him in. He's a backup. He played in all 17 games and made 2 starts with injuries to multiple players. And special teams, very good, actually. Kevin Givens. No decision. God, I like the way he plays. I'm just trying to figure out, do I keep him over Kentavious? I don't know how many guys I can keep there. I want to draft another defensive lineman in the draft. Is he going to be better than Givens? Probably not. I'm keeping Kevin Givens. Oh, JaMychal Hasty. Goodbye, JaMychal. You were great for a minute, but I can't keep both you and. We're going to keep 4 running backs. I'm going to draft one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm going to get him, and of course Elijah Mitchell, Jeffrey Wilson Jr., Trey. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. JaMychal, I guess you're the odd guy out. Put him on the practice squad. He doesn't mind. He's been there before. I want 2 running backs on the practice squad anyway, because we get down to one running back every year anyway. All right. I forgot about the practice squad has room, so you can't put guys like Givens on the practice squad. Well, you could, but I don't want to. So JaMychal, you'll be Jawan Jennings. I don't even want to talk about it. He stays under no circumstances does he go. He made strides this last year. They're just brilliant. So, fam, we have too many players to make a call right now on who you really want to keep or let go. But let's hear where you are right now as to who you're wanting to keep for sure and who you're willing to part with or sacrifice as well. Oh, man, it's going to be really difficult to see how this works out because you're not going to be able to keep all these guys. And there's going to be those painful guys you got to let go, And let me get on over to my telephone. Why do I forget? Oh, you got to plug your ears in before the thing starts, man. God, how many times I got to tell you that? Anyway, I can't imagine what's going to happen. Well, you know what? It's going to come down to who's going to get beat out in camp anyway. So, yeah. So anyway, we're going to find out soon. I heard about Kobe Bryant. That's C-O-B-Y, Kobe. Papa Dragon. Now, Pop, come on in here, man, and give me some assessments on players you think are going to help us going forward and ones we can do without.
Let me see. Well, we definitely have to have Ronbo.
Well,
got to have Ronbo in the locker room.
All right.
Got to have Ronbo.
Glad to be signed up.
I'll be straight up. Like I said, I think we have the defensive line depth. So I think, you set a price for DJ Jones. If he gets past it, you let him go. Because DJ Jones tore it up after they moved Armstead inside. So Armstead drew most of the double teams. I think DJ Jones is a good player. I don't think that he's elite. I don't think he's worthy of a bag. I think, Grant Cohn was talking about trading Kittle, so we were arguing about that.
Well, I just laughed when I see that tweet. I said to Grant, and Breezy came and said, Grant, that's why people don't like you. I said, it's not that I like Grant, but he does this he doesn't mean it. Oh, go ahead.
No, he does mean it. I mean, his
he
logic
does,
is sound. I mean, they're paying. Well, Kittle is $16 million against the cap next season. If we were to cut him, we'd only save $10 million, so he still kind of $6 million against the cap. So I think, in my opinion, I would give Kittle the bag. I would extend his contract out and make it easy to trade him another season or two. But I definitely would keep him next season, or just push that money down the road.
God, yes.
He's a part of the toughness of our offense. Him and Debo. I think you lose Kittle, you're going to change kind of the dynamics of the offense.
Yes. Too much so.
So they got to push that money down the road. Yeah, they got to kick that down the road.
Oh, God.
So yeah,
you
DJ
see
Jones.
that void immediately too.
So,
go ahead.
Yep, absolutely. Lakin, that's another player for me. Is he's on a bubble. It's one of those things where I think I don't want to lose him, and we're dangerously close to not being able to really lose him. He may have to get it back. He's 30 years old. He always shows up for the game. He's never hurt.
Every time.
So that's really the big plus. And I mean, if we lose him, then you're talking about 4/5 of the offensive line in flux. So to me, I think the emphasis this offseason should be offensive line and nickelback, because Cooper Kupp spends about almost 70% of his time in the slot, and except unlike most slot receivers, he runs everything in the route tree from the slot.
Yep.
So, and people don't want to give Matt Stafford credit, but guess what? Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp is number one ever between a quarterback and receiver in NFL history. And guess who's number two? Matt Stafford and Megatron. So, Matt Stafford.
This is what he does. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Matt. The thing with Matt Stafford is, and I mean, he has a lot of yards in the air as far as from the pocket to the receiver. He can make every pass in the book. He'll throw 5 interceptions, but he's capable of throwing 6 touchdowns. So he's going to keep coming. And now remember, Brett Favre is in a Hall of Fame, and rightfully so. He threw a lot of picks.
Yep.
Yeah, the Gunsslingers are like that. So, like I say, Jimmy, people say he's a winner. I think that's a lie. Jimmy's an ugly winner. But again, in some circles, winning is winning. So obviously, Jimmy G's the big number on the books this off season. I haven't heard a whole lot behind the scenes right now, because right now everyone's on vacation. So like a lot of the stuff in the media right now, it's just people trying to get their clicks up. Yeah. Everyone's making up a story about that. The league year hasn't started yet. The league year for us won't start. It'd be a day or two before free agency, before stuff that you start hearing is real. Up until now, everything's all hearsay, and the
Made up for the
49ers
most
are
part.
pretty good about keeping their personnel stuff. K'Wan Williams, like I said, that's why nickelback is so crucial, in my opinion, because I thought he was above average nickelback in the first place, but now he's lost a step, so now he's down to average, right?
Yeah.
So you've got to get somebody who can play in that slot, and you need a special player there. And I wouldn't be surprised in the near future, with the way that things are trending, that you're going to have a high-dollar player at that nickel position. It's no longer like the third cornerback. You need to legitimately have a nickel who can cover, who can tackle, who can blitz. Otherwise, you're going to have receivers like Cooper Kupp sitting out there in the slot just racking up yards and yards and yards. So although a lot of people are saying, we need a shutdown corner, that doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't.
It has it for years.
Ramsey, it's not even for years. They've taken it out of the game. If you watch the Super Bowl, Ramsey was getting burnt not because he can't play, but because of the rules. There's even a play, the receiver threw him down. Remember that play?
Yeah, I loved it.
The receiver threw him down.
I can't. I want to put it on a loop so I can watch it over and over again as Ramsey getting up and protesting, as he was right, but the ref didn't care.
Yeah, I think no, they don't care. They don't. I just think their whole operation right now is on the edges to let them play, unless it's Josh Norman.
Yeah.
So anyway,
call him for everything.
Yeah. So I mean, that's my prime directive going through it is, and also I want to say this, and this is something else I brought up to Grant, and I might have been the first person to do it. I told him that we should be playing Rams Moneyball at this point because we need starters. And for some reason, I don't know why it's so hard for us to get starters in the first 3 rounds of the draft. I don't know why it is, but I tell you what, I would trade our second-round pick for a starter, somebody who can come in and play right away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, straight up, if I can find an interior offensive lineman or nickel or a safety that can play nickel, because Ward can do it, but Ward's getting a little bit long in the tooth too. And Ward makes business decisions. and he's smart to do that.
Well, yeah.
So who else is in question, Ronbo? You're bringing up some good ones too.
Yeah. You mentioned the main ones because as soon as you mentioned Thomason and also DJ Jones, Aziz Al-Shar, some of these guys are pretty much not going anywhere. You can already feel it, But we'll have to continue with part 2 of your list next week.
I don't know. I don't know about that DJ Jones, man. Like I said, I think Armstead is clearly a very good player. Okay, he's clearly a B+ to A- player, right? And sometimes he plays at an elite level, right?
Yeah.
So I really do think that. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, because we're going to have to pull up here.
Is that my time?
Because we're having too much fun. So yeah,
pull it up.
The clock always runs out when we're rolling.
Pull it up.
All right.
All right, Robo. So you think about that. You think about what I said about trading our second-round pick to try to find a starter.
I've already said it's probably going to become a trend around the NFL, seeing how the Rams had success with it finally. Damn it. So anyway, all right, Bill.
Rams got lucky. They lucky.
Did.
They got lucky.
Yeah. Anyway, well, that's all
right. Come
on,
dude.
We'll see him again.
Come on. Our quarterback was jacked up. Our left tackle was jacked up. We didn't have a right tackle. And they only beat us by 3.
And got blessed on an INT thrown right in the right spot. That's fine. It's over. They got it. We'll see him again. All right, Phil.
No, I can't. I'm trying to respect it, but it's hard, Ronbo. It's hard.
Just don't make him scream it.
It's so hard
we gotta go. I'll see you in a few days.
All right.
All right, Phil.
All right. Subscribe to Ronbo's Sports.
There he goes. Hey, Raul. Raul.
Raul. Raul.
Oh, maybe we should come back.
Talking.
Raul, are you there? Oh, good. Hey, yo. Hey, Casey. Casey.
I was taking Ronbo. And Ronbo, I heard a funny stat today. Can I share a stat with you?
Yeah, please.
Oh, but first, let me just say what a pleasure it is to be with the Reverend Ronbo Sports on this unholy of Sundays with no football.
Yes.
But the stat I heard today is that there's only one quarterback left in the NFL with 2 Super Bowl rings. You know who that quarterback is?
Tom.
It's Jimmy G, baby.
Oh. Well, there's only one with 2 rings. Everybody else has got, like Tom's got 6, 7, 8, 7.
Yeah,
nobody
but the only active player left with, the only active quarterback left with 2 rings is Jimmy G, man.
They can put that on his resume. That is funny. Well, he was there. You can say that about Jimmy now. A lot of people don't like the way he plays, right? Well, you know what? He was there for 2 NFC Championship games too. He finds a way.
Yeah.
He's just
you know how
when we're kids,
player,
you're a loser, and then there's the winners. He's a winner.
You know,
it's going to continue. Wherever he goes next, he's still going to win.
It's a shame that Jimmy doesn't have those 60-yard deep passes every now and then, because the guy can really do everything. He can make those deep passes. He just, some people are more inept at doing that than others. And Jimmy's game is so well-rounded. Definitely gonna miss the guy. But anyway, I'm here for the Trey Lance era.
We don't know if we're gonna miss him. What degree we're gonna miss him until next season? We might not miss him. We'll see.
Yeah, but Trey's got to get started at some point. And remember I heard this thing about Debo and Grant Cohn today. I thought that was pretty funny.
I know, man. Debo went and tweeted at him. Oh my God. Well, you know what? He's getting attention, albeit not nice, but still he's.
Yeah, it's always the Grant Cohn show featuring the 49ers, isn't it, Ronbo?
Eric Armstead used to throw tweets at him. Pretty soon it's going to become a trend. Jimmy came onto his show and told him, yeah, we pretty much think of you as an asshole, but still, you make some points.
Ronbo, I'm not going to go as far to label somebody, but I mean, I'm never really entertained by him. I think a lot of what he says is inaccurate, and a lot of what he says is outside looking in, and kind of reminds me of that kid that used to tell on you for saying a bad word in school, something like that. But anyway,
I know, right? I really think
he's just that kid that you want to just give a wet willy to. You know what I mean, Ronbo?
Yeah. But it works for him. He gets a lot of attention, and a lot of people think like he does too. So he's actually got a congregation that believes in the same things he does. So that's pretty much what you want to do. So he's gotten it done.
Yeah, well, so does Donald Trump. Anyway, Ronbo, I'm not here to talk about all that stuff. I'm here to talk about the off-season moves.
Yes.
Whatever we can scrape up together. Bosa's peeing on stadiums, and what else is happening, Ronbo?
Oh, I hope I don't hear about that again. Are people still talking about that? Oh, if we hear about that going anywhere beyond where it has, I'm just, oh man, no. How embarrassing!
I'm just saying, man, it's so quiet now. We're here at the end of February. We're just all we got to do is laugh at the Rams fans and their brand new attire. And
no, that's not funny. But listen, here's the thing, Casey. We're going to lose some players this year because we cannot. Even after Jimmy's gone, you cannot afford all these people. That's too many people. That's 28 guys. And some of them aren't going to really help us that much anyway. But some of them are questionable. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's
a big question mark with Daniel Jones. That is a big question mark. He's kind of borderline. Trying terms of like getting a big contract, but you know, I'm hate to see Kwaski go. I don't think Kwaski will be back.
See, he's such a question mark, isn't he? I don't know what
Yeah.
kind of decision to make on him.
I just love Kwaski, man. Every time I think of Kwaski, I think of like the College Bowl on Key and Peele, you know, like Deshaun shower handle. You know, we got Kwaski Tart, Sanford.
You know, I wonder how much money he wants, though, Casey. You know, because him and Ward together, you know, they're like joined at the hip and the ear, and the brains, everything works together. They make a mistake here and there, but not often.
Hasn't Jimmy Ward like kind of gone out of his way to stay with the 49ers too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he went and got a restructure again. He just loves the 49ers, man. He really does.
Yeah. I will say, though, you know, after the personal foul he created versus Odell and, like, some of this talk after he's, you know, had the chance to kind of soak up what he did, I'm not impressed with his attitude, to be honest. But, I mean, you know, that's the mentality that you need as a strong safety.
You got to be a grown up in those situations, especially in the NFC CG, right? Because Kwaski's play was already bad enough, and then you got back behind that play, Odell coming down the field, and Jimmy drops a little low. And I don't think he did that intentionally, but that's 15 more yards.
No, I do. I think it was for sure because there's this whole video where like Jimmy was asked about. Like a chance, like an opportunity to hit Odell or something. He brought up, I forget what happened, but one way or the other, he made it clear that like he'd been waiting to like hit Odell, and that completely changed the game. You know, completely changed the game. So
it did, and
that was
another key factor in losing that
karma. Game. Yeah, that was literally like the most perfect example of bad karma. You know, think about stuff like that and go ahead and do it. So I would just hope Jimmy just doesn't hold on to things like that. Just start this year with a clean slate because it's not gonna. No, we don't want to win like that. You know,
I heard him threatening the Kansas City Chiefs, Tyreek Hill.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, why are we trying to telegraph our moves and stuff like that, Jimmy? I don't think that's a good look. And I think Jimmy is very receptive, and I think he's very smart. And I honestly don't know why he kind of like has this. Chip on his shoulder like that, where he feels like he needs to say that. So
yeah, I know, right? Maybe keep it to yourself. But you know what? I like his attitude.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want it on display.
They never had that. They never had to be like that. They just, they just put it on tape. You know.
They knew they were going. People just knew they get their brains knocked out if he was near you. That was just understood. No need to tell anybody. But Casey, let's go ahead and see you later during the week. I'm going to do some things during the course of the week, so I'll see you next Friday. All right.
Oh shoot! We got this whole week with no Ronbo sports.
Yeah, this is that time of year.
Oh no! Man, I'm gonna be going through all of my over-the-counter medications. Ronbo, I'm gonna clear out my whole stash, man. I'm gonna be making 5 parlay tickets a night trying to get my fix of.
You know,
all right, Ronbo.
We'll make it through. It's 2 weeks of dry football anyway. So, because appreciate that, fam. Really do. I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see you. See you shortly, all right?
I know, Ronbo. Have a good night, bud. Adios.
You too, fam. Night. And let's go. Hey, Jay. J-A-A. J-A-A. Yeah, Ron Niner, thanks for the information. I don't care. I just tell it like it is. I ain't making nothing up or anything like that. I just tell it like it is. If that bothers you, fine. Hey, Jason.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Jason, man, we're sitting here looking at the people we got to keep and the people we need to let go. And, you know, Jason, it comes down to, and this goes beyond just personal opinion. A guy's got to sit down, if he's sitting in the office position, he's got to make decisions that he feels solidly are going to help the team and remove all bias, you know? Jason, put you in that office right now. Give me some people you're going to get rid of and some you're going to keep.
Man, I've gone through decades of that. You know, I watched Ronnie Lott get traded to the Raiders out of all places. Roger Craig, or obviously Montana. It's a part of the business. I guess the skill of it is to see when a guy's years are kind of waning. I'm hearing trade George Kittle and all kind of silliness. I'm like, this is just nonsense. He's like probably one of the freakiest tight ends outside of Vernon Davis. He might have a little upside than Vernon as
I
far
know,
as
right? You have to
the
actually entertain that
intangibles.
thought. Ah.
Yeah, no, we pay that man $16 million. People are saying, well, his numbers are down this year, but I'm like, he still got over 900 yards, 6 touchdowns on an off year. I'll take that. Give me that.
And Jace,
At
look
a
at what
tight end.
else he does. The
The
run game
blocking.
wouldn't be the run game without him.
Exactly. He's tough. He's in his 20s, man. Let's stop this. This is like a video game. We could just find another Kittle. You can't just find another Kittle.
They come along.
Just like we couldn't find another Raheem Mostert. We couldn't find him.
Yeah.
I like Mostert. I hope. But as far as who to get rid of, I think with moving Jimmy, one, we get the opportunity to have a full OTA off season, and with Trey where he's with the ones, and he's remember that year Singletary was fired, then Harbaugh came, and it was like I think we had a lockout or something, and Harbaugh did the most powerful thing. He gave Alex Smith the playbook in the ring. He said, "It's your team. Go learn this playbook." And Alex Smith had probably his most successful year with the Niners.
13 win. That was a 13-win season, wasn't it?
Yeah, we went to that NFC Championship game that year. That's because he said, "Alex, it's your team. Go." So with Trey, we don't need any of this, uncertainty. Jimmy has to go. I'm sorry. I like him. The cap space for those reasons. For the other reason, mainly is we gave up so much for our franchise QB. Obviously, they think so. I think he has that potential. What if he's better than Mahomes? People are saying he might be like a poor man's Mahomes. We don't know what he is really just yet.
Poor man.
So Jimmy is the piece I would move. Obviously, I would ask Jimmy Ward to restructure or something. He's eating a lot of cap for what he does. Oh, he did.
He already did. Yeah.
That's a dope thing. We got rid of D Ford.
I mean, he came in, I think, and volunteered. Jimmy, that's a hardcore 49er. Boy.
Okay. I like to keep him around then, but not for a hefty tag. We have to have we do have to get longer in the deep thirds with our safety. We have to get more rangy guys that can cover, because Ward and Todd is a little bit more dependable in coverage, like the deep, but I like to get better back there, not put so much pressure on our cornerbacks, because we've been getting eaten up all year deep. It's a pass interference or it's a deep completion. So get rid of Mostert. May have to go, but he's not even that expensive.
He's it's just not. It's just.
I wouldn't worry about paying him. Yeah. So who else would you get? I wouldn't get rid of Armstead. People saying Armstead's numbers are this and that. When you're getting double teamed, it changes things. When you're the center of attention, like how Kittle's the center of attention. People have been doubling Kittle. They're saying, well, what happened? The offense ain't even going to him because he's doubled. And guess what that did?
But
gave Ayuk openings.
And Ayuk
Jennings is wide open, and Debo. So it's what it is.
And like you say, Jason, you get rid of George. Now Debo gets double teamed constantly. Every now and then he gets double teamed.
Yeah, things change.
Now
why would you get rid of that?
No doubt about it.
I wouldn't get rid of him. He's the best tight end to me. For what I like in tight ends, like we had this guy in New York. What was his name? Bavaro?
Oh, the guy who plays for Giants? Bavaro? Yeah, I remember him. Big, strong dude. Yeah, I remember him.
Like, George is that guy. And remember he tiptoed down the sidelines? He walked the tightrope and burnt the whole deal. Like, he's a freak. You can't find that anywhere. So I think free agency and in the draft, we have to be smart in who we obtain. Cornerback, we're not suffering there. I don't see we're suffering there, but I would like to get somebody that's outstanding at corner versus serviceable. That way, you know. But Ron, I gotta go, man. You know, I just wanted to chat with you real quick.
All right. Appreciate that, Jace. All right.
Thanks for having me, man. All right.
Always a pleasure. And
Peace and
see you in a
love.
few days.
All right, bro.
All right. All right, fam.
Peace.
Jace got called away all of a sudden like I do when I left the dishes in the sink. Hey, yo, it's Jay. Hey, Jay. Should we go to Bethel? Hey, Bethel. Yeah, Travis Kelsey. And what J Dub put Kelsey on his list, too. Well, I said, well, Travis Kelsey, Tyreek Hill. I kind of enjoy that kind of talk from J Dub. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Bethel. We're coming up on free agency soon, so we're already jumping ahead on this. And look at some of the guys that we're getting ready to get depressed before it even happens, right? We want to know who everybody's thinking on your own, you know, who's staying and who do you dare not see and have to say goodbye to, right? I got mine.
Yeah.
Everybody's got theirs. Bethel, who can you do without and who do you dare not let go?
Because if you've seen, look at who the playmakers in the inn. Two of them were rookies. Our rookies made like the Green Bay game, the Rams game in the beginning. Our rookies, you know, because of them, you know, we got through. And another thing is that our defense, you know, gave up only in 3 games, gave up 46 points. Look at the Patriots. Patriots have one of the best corners in the game, and they gave up 53 points in 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, a lot of the times you don't need good corners. You need, you know, some okay corners, but a lot of times you don't need it because look at what our defense did in the playoffs. They played what? Dallas Cowboys, the most offense-powered offense in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
They played Green Bay, another offense. They only held them to, what?
10, 13?
10 points?
10, yeah.
13? No, 10 points. 10 points.
Yeah, 10, right?
And the Rams, another high scoring points. You know,
Defense
so,
did
you know,
not
that tells you a
clown
lot.
around. You're not scoring no 40 points, 30 points, any plus like that on a 49er defense. That's just the way, that's the way it was.
Yeah, so, you know, the issue was, you know, our offense didn't do their job when they had to. If our offense on either the first or the second quarter, they scored points, we win by a lot more points. You know, because, you know, they didn't score a lot of points, you know, like 3 or a touchdown, you know, that makes a big difference. You know, look at Kansas City. Kansas City had a chance to take the lead or go up 3 points. They decided to do a little throw in the outside, and supposedly the cheetah couldn't score nothing, and that cost, you know, what did they lose by? 3 points. Those 3 points made a big difference.
Yeah. You know, that's the way it was around the league last year. You know, actually, and it's still the truth, Bethel. Good defense will stop a good offense in a heartbeat. We've seen it too many times every year in the Super Bowl. You know, again, the NFC playoffs, defense is going to determine who's going to win.
Yeah, so if we could get a lot of our people, you know, sign and, you know, and back, you know, we could
on the offense, we could, get some better if we need them. Get some better pieces. If we don't, then we could get some defense guys. So it depends on what Kyle's gonna do and what players are gonna let go.
Yeah, and how much they're going to cost and who they can afford. And Bethel,
Yeah.
that's the problem right there. The 49ers
Yeah.
love the people they got. If they can afford to keep them all, they're going to. But now you're going to have to make some decisions. Yeah, Bethel, you bringing DJ Jones back?
I would bring him back because he has a lot of heart, and that's what you want in some of your players. You want that heart. And DJ Jones is one of the players that gives out his heart, and you could tell when he's out in the field. You know, and that's the same thing with Deebo Samuel. He plays with a lot of heart. George Kittle plays with a lot of heart too.
Yeah. No, hey, most of the guys, this is a tight-knit group with a lot of heart, and they all support each other to the bone. So if one guy's dragging ass, he'll feel bad about it. That's the way that team is made up. You also got Arden Key, who had a great year for him because he hasn't been doing well since his rookie year. Arden Key's another one-year guy. Are you going to be okay if Arden Key leaves?
It depends on what they're going to do in the free agency. If they could get a little better upgrade in the free agency, then you could make them walk.
Bethel, you're talking about spending a lot of money now with Arden Key. You maybe don't know because the 49ers do not have huge budget for free agency, right? So you got guys we want to keep, and I don't even know if we're going to be going into free agency very much. I don't know who they'd be going after in free agency that's worth a damn that we don't already have on the roster because anybody that's inexpensive as a free agent anywhere else, he's not going to be any better than what we've already got. I'm thinking. It's maybe because that guy over in New England, he's messing with the wrong people. Belichick, he's running around talking to people. Yeah, they're acting like they don't appreciate how much I'm worth. And I said, boy, you don't know Belichick apparently. Where have you been? I'm thinking as I'm reading that, man, you are so gone. Oh, you are gone. So that's what I'm saying. Anybody else less than him or anybody else at cornerback, I'm not. What's his name's running around that used to be with the Patriots? I don't know that I'd be signing him. He's fallen off. So, it's kind of weird. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, and then plus another thing is that look how far we made it. So if a lot of, players see something like that, they're going to want to come over here, even though we have a rookie quarterback. They don't know how the rookie quarterback, he might play great, he might not, but and we're not going to find out until he comes out in the field and he shows,
I thought about
but
that.
the one good thing that you could tell, the one thing that you could tell that our rookie was improving every time he will go out there and play. And that's something real good to see out of your rookie. It's the same as our rookie number 20. Look at him.
I know, right?
Little by little, every
Week
time he
after
was
week.
playing, he was getting better and better. Yeah, week by week, he was getting better and better.
Bethel, though, you hit upon a good point, though, too, also. With next year, there'll be a migration. If the 49ers win next year, there'll be a migration of top-end offensive free agents. But this year, we're probably going to be stuck with the defense because, like you're saying, he's still unknown as to how well he's going to be able to operate in the NFL, so they're going to wait till next year. But still, defense, we might still be keep that because people are going to want to play for D'Amico. I can feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I think that's why he stayed because, in that, championship playoff, even though, he didn't call some good plays, but he wants to, make something,
we did a good job. And if everybody done their job, we still would have won. Everybody didn't, so on defense, we had a few brain farts. But anyway.
That's why you can't blame the defense because they were out there for a long time. And when defense, when they're out there for a long time, they get tired and they can't be hanging like that.
Still, they had a chance to close that game out. But you know what? It's a team thing.
Yeah.
I don't think there were so many mistakes made out there in that MCCG game. And I think the 49ers on the road too long myself. But anyway, Bethel, we
Yeah,
got to
yeah,
stop.
it was.
We're going to run out of time. I'll see you at the end of the week, all right?
All right. Like always, Rumble, good show.
Thanks, man.
Some people are saying, Debo that punch for the like. All right.
Debo
night,
got
Ramon.
punched? Okay. Night, Bethel.
Yeah. Debo, all right, good.
All right, night. And let's go back and check with Jay and see if Jay's ready. Jay's always he's having trouble with his system. Let's see if he's okay tonight. It's always fun to see how he's going to come in. Sometimes he sounds like he's at the end of the hall, right? And you hear this little voice coming out. Jay, he's probably listening now. Next time we hear from Jay, say, "Can you hear me now?"
Hey.
There he is. See what I tell you? Jay! Jay? No. It's out you standing in the kitchen, and I'm out in the front yard. You know what's so funny about you, Jay? My imagination always runs wild when you do this. Because, like, you sound like you're in the distance. I know you're there. I just can't hear you. I hear a sound. Jay, how do you do that? I want to be able to figure out how to do that when I'm calling other people, or when people call me and I say, "Listen, I think we got a bad connection. Let me get back to you," and then I don't get back to them. Jay, all right, Jay, go ahead and work on that. We'll be back. Let's give Jay a little more time. Elvis. Ellis. Maybe it's our system. I hope not. Power Fitness, what? Weed is for what? Ellis. I like that. I'm gonna try some of those recipes myself. I've seen those recipes actually. All right, let's go to Atlanta, Tony. It was always fun stuff. Tony, let's see if we can get him in here. All of a sudden, we're struggling with our system.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
Tony doing all right. You know, it's that relaxed time of year when you just lay back and relax. There's ain't nothing you can do about what already took place, and ain't no point in being overly concerned about the future just yet. You know what I'm saying? It's that comfort zone.
Exactly. And Ronbo, you take you some time off, man. I saw one of your callers. You're going to be gone all week, Ronbo? Really? You're a human being. You got stuff you got to do, man.
Yeah, Tony, you know what's the thing? Because you know how the home folks is? You know what, Mr. Football? You know, you told me you was going to fix this, and this 6 months ago. All right, you know, I'm going to get it done. Oh, no, you're going to say that now, but you ain't going to get it done. I want it done. Put it down your list to do. I'm stealing everything in that room. Okay. You know, you're threatened. So there's some things promises I need to keep. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I did a lot of honey-do lists today.
I know.
It's over with. But Ronbo, I've been going straight ready to go. Just sent me another comment. He was saying we can free up money for this, and this, so we can sign everybody. I said, no, ready to go. If y'all sign everybody, I typed the words in capital letters, investigation.
No, really, seriously.
He just sent me something.
Tony, everybody should be concerned about that. You know, I the owners of other teams, I don't understand how they don't question these things, you know? But you could just do the math. You look around on the field, it doesn't take a genius. The Cowboys, you got 4 or 5 players there that take them over the cup.
They're the worst one.
Not even to mention whoever else is on the roster, right? So I'm saying, how is that possible? Were they paying the rest of the guys
And
food
Ronbo, I got
stamps?
some bad news.
What's that?
I got some bad news. They announced just yesterday, and they put it on one of my Falcons report that the Aints, remember, they was one of those teams that you and I was talking about, the Aints. I could never call them, put the S in front of it. They restructured
Michael Thomas
contract.
Who?
And Ryan Ramczyk, the offensive tackle.
Oh, Michael Thomas and Ramczyk, yeah. I saw that.
So now they got 20. They done saved $26 million on the cap. I ain't buying it, Ronbo. There's something shady going on.
Unless they've got 15-year deals or something, you know, and you know they're not going for that. So you know, yeah.
So now I'm waiting on the Cowboys and Rams and Buccaneers to say, oh, we saved this. How is that possible? Like you said, with all those players, how is that possible?
Well, you can just at a glance look at during the game. You don't even have to look at the bench. You can just take a glance at the game and see who's on the field. And if you know their dollar amounts, each one of them, you know mathematically that's not possible. That is not possible.
Especially the Cowboys. And they just signed Dak, paying him $40 million just last year too.
I know, right?
So,
and that's why when people say the 49ers don't have any money, Jimmy's made $24 million. And the rest of our guys, ain't nobody getting paid like Amari and that couple of those linemen they got. I'm saying, okay, our guys aren't getting paid that much, and Jimmy's not getting anywhere near $40 million. Okay, how is it that they could roll around with that squad, and here we are pinching every last penny?
Yeah, just like us. We ain't got no money. Now, Ronbo, what I'm about to tell you, you're gonna be shocked.
Oh, I bet I won't.
Matt Ryan's cap hit this coming year in the 2022 season is the highest cap hit in NFL history. Let me tell you the number.
Seriously, I am shocked. You're right. You got me.
NFL history. Because he's been restructuring to get other people signed over the years. He helped Julio get paid. He helped Deion Jones get paid. He helped Greg Jarrett get paid by restructuring.
Yeah.
When he signed that 5-year, $150 million, 5-year, $150 million deal in 2018. But his cap hit for this year, Ronbo, is going to be $48,260,000.
Oh my!
The highest ever.
God!
I told you it's going to be shocked.
You're right. That is shocking. Hey, but they're going to try to talk Matt, and it's going to be tough because he's toward the end of his career. Matt, can we extend you another 3 seasons? No, because I know what you're going to do in 3 years. Tony, what are you going to do? What percentage of that cap? That's a quarter of the cap.
They're talking about extending them. That's the last I've heard.
That's all you can do.
Matt Ryan's he's been nothing but a team player. He's always restructured his contract, like I said, to get those people paid. And I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm mad about the Aints. Now they got $26 million saved all of a sudden. One of them dirty teams.
And what do you tell those people when you call them in? Listen, we need you to take one for the team. Coach, before you say anything about my salary, know this. Trade me. There's going to be people who do walk in and say that. I wonder, but,
I was shocked that Slant Thomas did it. I was shocked when what?
He was laying on his back all last year. He didn't help him none. Had he played last year, they probably would have been in the Super Bowl, So
hey, Ronbo, they call that collective checks when you don't play.
You ain't got nothing to stand on, Michael. You're lucky we're going to sign you for any price.
Yeah, because he made $25 million last year.
Watching TV. Catching up on all.
Collecting checks.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're going to do, man. But I'm watching the Rams ready to go. You're wrong, ready to go. If you're listening, because you're watching, you're wrong. We're going to investigate the Rams and the Cowboys and the Aints too. If I hear about a couple more people over restructure, we can save another $30 million. How is that possible?
It's become an art form soon, though, Tony. Manipulation of books, even through auditors, and I'm talking guys who really know what they're doing. You're going to have to, otherwise, your team is going to have to get rid of people that you really seriously need. And you're not going to beat anybody like that, so you might as well run the risk.
Yeah, under the table money like Jerry Jones, the master.
Who drives a bus up. They said the combine, look for Jones to be out there with that big, stupid vehicle that lets everybody know it's Jerry Jones, double parked out in front of establishments. He goes in, he buys everybody in there a drink. Jerry Jones he defines the term big shot.
You know what? That's why I call him Mr. Spot. I call him Mr. Spotlight, and Cowboy fans got pissed off at me.
Oh, that's
his name,
true.
Mr. Spotlight.
He makes Al Davis, and Al Davis was a dude that liked to show off. He makes Al Davis look like a nice guy.
Yep, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm wearing cowboy boots for my suit.
But I'd love for us to be standing on the side of the street when they park that bus. Hey, Jerry, you're looking good. When's the last time y'all won a Super Bowl, though? How about an NFC Championship game? Who is that? Did y'all hear that?
And
Who's
so,
that?
knowing me, I would say, "Hey, Mr. Spotlight, how you doing?" I would say, "Hey, Mr. Spotlight, how you doing?" Next thing you know, these 2 6'9" guys are coming to get me.
Ready to hit us with a tackle on the middle of the street.
Yeah.
He
Yes,
probably
sir.
does have them kind of
But
gorillas.
the NFL should hire me and you, Ronbo,
I love it.
and make us go investigate all these books.
Oh, God. I'd have a couple of big boys going with me, too, because you know what? If we leave out of there
absolutely.
and shut them operations down, there's going to be somebody waiting for us outside.
Oh, yeah, we have to have freedom immunity. We have to have people paid to watch it.
They're going to think
Look out
that dude
for
that used to guard Britney Spears, he's going to make that dude look small.
Yeah, the first 2 places we go is New Orleans and Dallas.
Then I'm heading to L.A.
Place.
Yeah. And
Tony,
I might be
LA.
Yeah, we you know what? Dallas is in your division. You'll get them out. No, Dallas is not in your division. Dallas is in the South, but yeah. L.A. Nolans, right? And we got L.A. out here in the West. And can't wait to make that knock on the door.
You know what?
Yep,
and I'm
we're
starting
here.
to think about let's take a look at those books in Kansas City. You know, with Patrick Mahomes, he's making half a $1 billion. And now you got Hill and Kelsey and all these guys. And then they just revamped their offensive line. You have to pay them. So something is rotten in Denmark there too.
Only honest teams are talking about keeping under the cap. I really wish, though? I wish NFL's never going to do it because they want parity in the NFL. I wish they'd take a year off and just have it let a free-for-all, right? Every team is there's no cap restrictions this year. Every team's allowed to do whatever they please. We feel like this is going to give the players more leverage in what their futures are going to determine their futures. It also gives each team a chance to make that one big or 2 or 3 moves they want to make in order to make themselves competitive. Now, this is going to be pending at the end of the year. Such and such a date. If it hasn't been done by then, it's all over, and you will be stuck and brought back to the cap. You'll be grandfathered into the next year. Cap will not apply to you until 2 years afterward. You know how fun that would be.
Yep.
I wonder where
And
players
get rid
would
of some
go.
of these offensive rules too.
Yeah.
Go back to the way it used to be. Make receivers earn it.
The problem
You're
is
good, you earn it.
big owners like Jerry Jones, they would corner the market, and that's what they tried to stop. You know, that's the whole point, because they want every team in the NFL to have a shot, and you're not going to have it guys like Davis and Jones, and even the Rams owners is pretty up there in the cash too. There are teams that actually would just take over.
But you know, I was kind of ready to go. You said, well, why can't the Rams repeat? I said, because of parity. I said, because of parity, and other teams are going to be getting better.
Yeah.
We think, talking about the Rams repeat. I'm like, it's good to think that, but it ain't happening.
Tony, we got to go. Great point. I'll tell you what, I'll be looking at the end of the week and see what develops in that combine, because you know there's going to be some guys just showing out at the combine each and every year, coming to the league and can't play.
Hey, Ronbo, there's 2 Washington. I forgot their names. I got them upstairs. But I see you talk to you Friday.
Right.
Washington Husky cornerback that you might be interested in. I like them both.
I'll keep an eye on that. All right, Tony. Looking to hear from you too. All right, man. Have a great
Talk
week.
to you Friday.
All right.
You too.
All right, Tony. And let's go, Ellis.
Ron Bizzle.
Ellis, we're in here making the big bad decisions today, the unpopular choices, the ones that people are going to say, damn, what did they do that for? Ellis, wouldn't you love to hear that as you're sitting in the restaurant? Psst, hey, ain't you? Let me talk, and then I'll at you. You the one running things up in San Francisco. Look, before you come over here, I got a gun. Because you know some people gonna be mad as hell, you know.
Right.
But Alex, what you gonna do?
It's concealed.
Yeah,
And it's concealed to carry.
But people get mad about that. Alex, you know what? Who's staying? Who's going in your book?
Damn. You know, I heard you talking about a lot of guys earlier. I want to keep Aziz Al-Shaair. I want to give Raheem a prove-it deal. I want to keep JV on a prove-it deal as long as he's able to actually play this season. I still want to give JV another crack. I want to.
Kinlaw?
I'm not really tripping off.
Wait, who?
No, JV.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just okay. As long as we can get something on paper, showing that he's actually going to be able to perform. If he's not ready, then maybe we can sign him sign him and have him on the injury reserve and maybe bring him out like mid-season or something like that, or on a vet minimum type situation. Because I don't think he's going to come out right away ready. And he's had some pretty nasty injuries the past 5 years, 3 to 5 seasons roughly, or whatever.
Takes a toll. So, can you still move?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. From him coming back in, I'd still be willing to take a shot, with JV, and then I'm good on the Jermichael Hasty, the Hasty situation. It seems to me though that him and Jeff Wilson kind of are similar when it comes to the injury bug. But if I had to pick between the two, I would pick Hefe over Jermichael Hasty, even though I feel like we haven't been able to really see everything that we could have seen in Jermichael Hasty, but he gets hurt too damn much, and we really don't have any time.
And so easy. How about Trey Sermon though? I counted him. That's 4. Because you're not interested in Mostert coming back. Is that right? See, 1, 2, 3.
No, I am interested in Mostert as long as we can get him for a reasonable number. I don't want to, he can't get the bag because he played a half a game, this past season. So
how many running backs are you talking about?
So I say, well, of us having, we know we got to keep one on the practice squad. I heard you say something about.
I was going to put Jermichael over there because I didn't want to say goodbye to him.
Oh, okay. Well,
like you say,
if he's willing to sit there, we got him and Trent Cannon. If they both want to kick it on the practice squad, you know what I'm saying? Since one really is more of a special teams guy than a running back, but we can utilize him as a running back still in Trent, then we can keep him on the practice squad. But as far as in the backfield guys, you know what I'm saying? I want Raheem. I definitely want him and Elijah. I like the Elijah Heem. Eli Heem, little, ring that has a ring to it. I like how you came up with that. That was hot. And I'm feeling that. You know what I mean? I definitely would like to see that happen. I think Raheem Mostert will be ready to play. I don't think we'll really have any question as to whether or not he's ready to get out once the season starts.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and then DJ Jones, I don't really know. DJ, I like DJ. I just feel like, he probably wants to get a little bit of money, and we may not be able to afford him, especially if we don't restructure Armstead. If we can restructure Armstead and Jimmy Ward and, get some extra money, and then, obviously we don't have – I
think Ward has already done that. I mean, he didn't even wait. I read about that last week, I think. J-Dub's already made it possible for the 49ers to do whatever they want to do and not pay him nothing. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he said, let's do it. Yeah, to turn it into a signing bonus and get cracking. Because Jimmy's a team player. I mean, he turned down the Raiders for more money to come stay with us. You know what I mean? So that shows the type of guy, that he is. And, I'm always going to, I'm always going to speak on that because, he's just,
So he's in. D Ford is the albatross around the neck of this organization. He's not going to play next year, Ellis. We probably both agree on that, right? It's really a sad state of affairs when you made a deal that stayed with you this length of time and it's still hurting you. Man. Ellis? Ellis, you there? Did we lose Ellis?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, family. I'm here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just crying about the D Ford situation and how we can't get out from under that. And, we may lose a player this year that we could use that actually can contribute to the cause while D Ford is sitting up in the locker room saying, oh, man, I would play today, man. Did you know my back? Okay, you know what, D? This is the problem. You
My
know?
neck and my back.
You know, we need somebody without a neck and a back to come out and help us play today.
Yeah.
You know, each and every week. Him and Hurst. That's why I'm done with Hurst as well. Every week you heard about Hurst during the week, and then he shows up with the IR come game time. I mean the IR, but the inactive list. And I said,
Shit, we should have kept Kerr instead of Hurst.
right?
We should have kept Zach Kerr instead of Hurst. He went over there to the Bengals and had a shot at the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a blessed position for him to be in. You know,
Send
him and
Hurst over
Trent
there.
Taylor. But
Let him sit down in their locker
yeah.
room. Damn.
Right. So yeah, I'm not good with the Maurice Hurst thing. The stuff with D4 is really bothers me. You know, I know he's just he's a victim of circumstance, and he can't do anything about the injury that he sustained. You know, whatever happened that led up to this injury. You know, it's just like he's just he's fallen by it. You know, he doesn't have he can't. You know what I mean? Just heal his body. He's not Wolverine. You know what I mean? And the injury is that extensive that it's taken this kind of effect on him to where he may not be. It may be irreparable. Yeah. And
it is.
You know, it's always going to continue to keep flaring up and happening. Yeah. So that's
Ellis,
it's
I
messed
heard
up
that was
we
a
had
problem of his even in college. I don't even know how he made it to the pros.
Oh shit. Well, clearly John didn't do his damn homework when they went, or whoever, and these guys didn't do their homework when it came to trade for him and giving him a second-round pick. I mean, I think they got Clyde Allaire or whatever it is, whatever that running back's name is.
Is that who they got for that pick?
You know, and he's a deep. I believe so. I believe that's, if I'm not mistaken, that was the pick that they had gotten. He's a damn good back, which we wouldn't have picked him. We would have got somebody else. But they short capitalized off of that.
At any rate, yeah.
Yeah, instead of less than 30% of the season playing as D4s, you know what I mean? But like I said, man, I've been kicking him while he's down.
At the end of that year, he's the one reason why they didn't go to the Super Bowl, because that jumping off sides. But D4 is another one of those guys that just the L just follows.
Same for the Chiefs. Yeah. We jumped the gun on that, man. We can't do that anymore. We've really put ourselves in a bad position by drafting guys with this crazy injury history, and then also trading for guys, you know, from other teams that have these injury problems. Mm-hmm. I heard Kyle say something about it, and John and them say something about it. Remember earlier in the year, that was I can't remember when it was, when they were talking about they needed to readjust or reassess their draft decisions and how they're going about getting guys with pre-existing, you know, health conditions or injuries or what have you. So I'm hoping that they really are going to show that they have done that and recalibrated when it comes to, you know, drafting and signing new guys, because we can't afford to keep having this stuff happening where we're forking out money. We can't keep players that we really would like to keep. We can't sign any guys. We can't do anything because we're still paying, you know, injury-prone players who aren't even giving us, you know, who aren't even getting any snaps,
and Ellis,
you know, or who are barely playing.
And Ellis, here's the thing.
Yeah.
They had to have an epiphany to come to that conclusion about we need to reassess what we do in the draft. Sometimes when I hear things like that, it worries me. You know, you guys, that's common sense. You didn't need to come up with all of a sudden sit down and have a light bulb go off in your head to know if you bring that guy in here, what are the chances of him surviving? You know, it's the NFL.
Yeah, and you guys get paid to do this. So this isn't Little League. This isn't high school Pop Warner. You guys are getting paid the big bucks. These are the big leagues. So these are things that you guys should, at this level, already be taken into consideration. I understand there's a part where they don't want to give up on guys, because guys do come back from injuries. I mean, look at Nick Bosa. He's a rarity that comes back from such an injury and comes back and does what he does like this. So there are times, and there's times like that where that happens. But more than not, it's not going to happen. And you'd rather be safe than sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry now, though. See, well, I'm gonna see you into the week, as I gotta get some things done around here. So I'll see you then, and we'll see what happens in the combine. It should be fun. We'll find out what's going on with that. Chip on that.
When is it again? I'm a little behind. When is the combine? Is it not coming in March?
It goes 6 days. Actually 7 days. What am I saying? It goes from the 1st to the 7th, which is the first is on Tuesday, of course. So yeah.
Okay, right on. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I lock in for that, man. And you know, I don't know what happened with Debo. You know, Grant's just trying to get his content up, and he's been doing this since he first set in. You know what I mean? That's why he's got his following and all that stuff. So I don't know what happened with Debo or why he's mad, at Grant, but
well,
he has a lot of.
He said Debo was doing like Aaron Rodgers and putting out messages, cryptic messages, right? And Debo found out about that. Man, stop. About his upcoming salary and everything. So but
it didn't correlate. It didn't look like it. It didn't look like it correlated though with anything financially or like there was any question of what I mean. You could pretty much kind of tell it. I think he was just making a ass of himself, or assuming, AKA assuming that that was what it could have been when it really had no it had no relevance. You could kind of read it and be able to see that. So
Debo
he was
wasn't
just trolling.
Yeah. Anyway,
fishing. But anyway, yeah. Peace and love, brother Ronbo, man. Thank you for the platform as always. And Lake and Tomlinson, I'm down with, man. But like I said, we got to get some money. We got to get some money right because he deserves the bag, Ronbo. He's been healthy for us this whole time. So I would hate to see him go, but I would love to see him get paid. What he's deserved and have a successful career. You know what I mean? So
it's gonna be a bidding war.
Peace and love. Make sure y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Wipe your feet. You know what time it is. Marketing slow, and what's the other guy over there?
Ready to go?
Shout out to Night and Mike, man. I love you, man.
All right, man.
Peace and love, y'all. And yeah, man, it's for life.
Night, Ellis. Peace. Give my best to the squad. All right, and there is Ice, baby. Go in, Ice. Ice just made a move. He's not out in New York anymore. The warm weather all of a sudden all around him. Ice.
Little 3-story condo with an elevator inside. Sitting out here under a palm tree. Sitting out here having my little, drinking my little whiskey sour with a cigar.
I thought you were going to go ahead
and relaxing
and sipping on a mint julep.
Mint julep. That mint julep is a whiskey sour.
I've never had a mint julep. Every time I hear them Southerners sitting out sipping off my mint julep, I always laugh. What in the hell is that? I've never ordered it because I don't even think I got that in Cali. You know what? I think I will try to order it next time. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, try
But
it, man.
mint julep is a whiskey sour and what?
No, mint julep is like it's a little bit of liquid with like it's iced tea with like a peppermint leaf in it. That's exactly what it is. Now I'm just drinking a straight whiskey sour on a short glass.
There you go, man.
With a drop of ice with some. I love it. Yeah, that's right. I'm grown man shit.
There you go.
But anyway, what are we talking about today, man?
Yeah, we're looking at the guys that are going to be leaving San Francisco. We got we have this huge number of free agents every year because we sign them 1 year at a time. Unlike other teams, we do things by the rules. So now we're stuck with the rules are going to have us lose some players if we continue to stick by the rules. And I'm still wondering.
You think about one about the guys who are going to end up keeping the guys who are going to end up leaving?
Because we can't be losing too many folks here and remain tough ass. If you can't keep them, you can't sign anybody else either, and that means voids. But go
correct. Ahead. I think that this is what I think, and we got to look at last year when he made all these signings for 1 year. You have to remember that everybody they signed for 1 year. Remember that?
Yeah.
Everybody remember that?
Yeah.
Last year, that's why they signed everybody for 1 year because this year right here is the reason why everybody that showed up and did their thing is going to stay. Everybody else that got injured and stayed injured is going to be gone. That's why they gave up the 1 year deals. That's why you heard them think about it. That's why Shanny and GM Lynch said what they made those statements. They're going to reevaluate the injury prone players. That's simple.
Yeah.
That's why you make those 1 year deals.
Yeah, that goes on.
Exactly. This has nothing to do with the draft. The draft is a whole different animal. We're talking about the current money that's on. We at like about $9 million now, maybe or so. But bottom line, they're not going to give guys such as your Michael Hastings, such as the defensive, the cute cornerback, that stay hurt every year. He gets hurt. He's a cornerback. He stayed getting hurt every year. He's hurt. And you got
Jason Verrett.
Right, he gets hurt every year. Yeah. And you got the running back Moser. He gets hurt every year. It really every year. This is an ongoing thing.
That's the honest
and
God
they've
truth.
seen this.
Yeah.
It's the honest. We're going to be real about it. But you may like a guy personally, good player, can be a great player, but you're always hurt. It's about availability. Period. End of story. It makes no sense for us to pay Mostert, to pay Verrett,
to pay 2 or 3
Jimmy,
snaps
anybody,
and gone.
Yeah. And you guys play barely a game or two, and you guys are hurt the rest of the year. You rehabbing.
What's really amazing is Verrett and Mostert got hurt game 1.
Exactly.
You can't. That's just. What are the odds? Vegas odds would have to be.
You know what?
God. Whoa.
I know. But you know what I'm thinking? And this is what I personally think. For guys that are, to me, that are injury prone, to me, I think these are guys that during the summertime, they not taking care of themselves.
Not training, right?
They're not training. It's about a freaking line. When they got their time off, I know you rest your bones the whole nine, you do your ice fast and so forth and so on. But you still got to stay in the gym. You got to be ready. So these guys come back. You can look at them in training camp and tell.
Do things like Debo went and got a person to show him how to do yoga. Well, see, that's brilliant.
You got big
muscles that are not flexible. Do something about it. Don't just sit around and wait for bad things to happen.
Exactly. So this is the knock for these guys. So we're in the bird sheet as far as this guy concerned. Y'all can't be replaced. Believe it. They can be replaced. There are a lot of guys out there that can fill them shoes for practically the same price.
Well, yeah.
That's a fact. That's what we got to understand. There are a lot of guys. One thing about on the defense, that's why I'm not really worried about on the defensive side of the ball. John Lynch is going to do a very good job on the defensive side of the ball. I have no concerns about that. He knows what he needs to do. That's why he signed the 1-year choice. You think he turned down that job at the NFL offering him a job and he turned it down?
To put him in the booth? Yeah.
Yeah, he said no. You know? I mean, realistically, what do you think? You don't think it's feasible? I mean, why sign guys that are constantly hurt? That money could be going to somebody else.
The bad thing is, with football, you don't want to sign guys that got history, but there's no guarantees anybody's going to make it. But the thing is, you're right about the guys that have shown that they're going to get hurt every year. If you got a history of 4 or 5 years in a row, you probably don't need to sign him. But
hell no. Think about it. The names we just called, right? The names we just called. They've been here since we went to the Super Bowl run, basically, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. In that time frame, from the time of that Super Bowl run till now, how many games these dudes have played collectively? Barely a season.
Who are you talking about? Are you talking about the guys we just talked about, Mostert and Verrett?
Mostert, Verrett. Who else we just talked about? Michael Hasty.
Michael Hasty. Let me give you a couple more names, too. You got K'Wan Williams, Emmanuel Mosley.
Correct.
And actually, you know who else is walking on thin ice, too, but he's a great ball player. Is Elijah Mitchell laid up in an iron lung after the game was over. And don't move him until
but he played 10 games, though. For the rookie, he played over 10 games for the rookie season. And he's going to be fine because I see his work ethic, so I think he'll be fine.
He's
but
a
the
throwback.
Rest of these guys,
I remember running backs in days gone by that would be, you'd see them, they'd be busted butt. Boy, they getting hit like in the old days NFL when they hit your ass and they try to kill
right
you.
Back up and he gets in. And he gets right back, like Debo. They get right back and go back in, like an energizer bunny.
Be back next Sunday. That's Elijah Mitchell. That's why I call him a throwback. Elijah Mitchell looked like they had to carry him off the field, and here he is the following Sunday.
Got right back
he missed a couple of times, but mostly Elijah's
but exactly. But dog, you see what I'm saying? Like everybody in Niner gangbang, man, we're Niner land. We got to realize these guys that been with us for the past 4 seasons, on how many games they has contributed to them. We cannot pay these guys anymore. We can't.
Not big money.
We can't. And I think one more thing before we go, I think that they know this. They know this. This is for them. It's like y'all was one and done. So whoever signed now, this can work out for us in a better way. Because let's say we let these guys go. Somebody hypothetically picks them up. They're going to do the same thing. And if we decide we want to pick them up and bring them back, we can. It always happens that way. How many times do guys leave and come right back?
Depending on
For less money.
Well, yeah, depending on where they go, we may get a draft pick for them. So, let them go.
Exactly. That always happens. That happened with the Patriots. You know how many guys they kept bringing back? They leave, he come back, leave and come back.
I know
Pick him up for lesser money. Give him like a meal for for a season. All right.
Dante Johnson.
Yeah, man.
We cut Dante.
You think about it,
year.
man. It makes the Dante every year, right? Think about it, man. Look at these dudes, man. You paying these guys a salary for what? They getting free money.
So there's going to be a lot of more one-year contracts handed out again. That's what the 49ers are going to do. Guys like Brunskill, Tom Compton. These are guys who are auxiliary players, but they're not who you want to start the game, but you have them there in case you need them. And we seem to need them all the time.
That's why I don't think we're going to sign anybody. These guys we think will come back. I don't think they're coming back. I think
you still have to put a roster together though, and they're
going to put a roster together. They're going to sign other guys. There's a lot of free agents out there that's willing to take that little bit higher than the minimum. You know what I'm saying? A little bit higher than that with some good money. Not cheaping them out, but and not only just that, they
just get outbid.
They're going to be the winning team.
Yeah.
But not only that, let me tell you why we're going to get a lot of players. Why we're going to pull a lot of players. You can look at our schedule that we got coming up. Most of the schedule we have coming up are highly televised games.
Yeah, and
guys that want to make. Dad, finish it off, man. You know what I'm about to say, dog.
I know. But we got to go, though, fam. But I tell you what, look, I'm going to see you. I got to clear some things up this week and next week, but I'll see you Friday after this combine.
You will come back on Friday?
I'll be back Friday.
I'll DM you during the week, man, if I hear anything different,
All right. If
I hear anything juicy, man, I DM you. Of course, you know that. I hear anything DM you differently. Oh, one more thing, man. I'm gonna see some stuff, man. I'm down here doing, man. We got a big skateboarding event we putting together out here in Florida.
Event.
I'll DM you all the info. Yeah. I'm a manager for a record label.
All right. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So So we need
I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and
I'll
repost
DM you. Beautiful. That'll work. I'll DM you this week and we'll talk about it.
All right. All right, fam.
All right, man. Like and subscribe, my man. Hit his page, man. Much love to Ronbo Sports, man. Night and gang, we out.
Thanks, Ice. Have a great night, fam. As Ice just moved from the cool temperatures up north to New York City to Miami or somewhere in Florida. Hey, let's like a check of Jay. This is always fun. Hey, Jay.
Yo, Ronbo.
Jay, it sounds you're audible, loud enough volume. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Jay.
Hey,
go ahead. We're talking about who are we gonna not be able to stand it if he leaves, and who is it that we can't wait to get rid of him?
I think you know this one, Ronbo. It starts with a J.
No. Well, go beyond that. We already know about Jimmy. Jimmy's getting traded. I'm talking about free agents.
Jimmy. What?
Huh?
Not Jimmy. What's it called? You know that one guy?
What position?
What's it called? I think it's I don't know. It's what's it called?
You said Jason Verrett? No.
Yeah, Jason Verrett. Because he gets injured a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but he's not going to cost any money to keep either, though.
Yeah. I was signing him for like a prove-it deal because
that's all he can get from anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy just came off an injury, and I don't even know what he looks like, or if he's really serious about getting back in shape or not. So he's got a problem. So, but you know what? You can pay him $1 million and say, "Listen, Jason, we're going to keep you. We don't want to say goodbye, but we need for you to show us that you can help us out, and that means you got to stay on the field. If you can do that." We'll get you a contract, or we'll give you an incentive-based package, and you can make a lot of money if you can stay with us all year long, depending on what we do. You can keep Jason Verrett, but who else?
I would like to keep DJ Jones, but I don't think we're going to resign him because I don't know,
Everybody
man.
thinks so because Javon
And,
Kinlaw's coming back, and you figure you can do without DJ. And as I pointed out earlier, because of Eric Armstead playing next to DJ is probably why he had such success because Eric was drawing all kind of double teams. Yeah. By the way, Jay, people are still pooping on Eric Armstead. Do you think Eric Armstead is worth his salary or not?
I say, yeah. You know what? Yeah, sure.
You do think he is?
He did good. He did.
I'm trying to understand, what does he have to do to get the haters up off of him? Eric Armstead is valuable to that defense. Period.
If he plays consistently, yeah, most definitely.
That can be said about everybody in the NFL. There's a few players. No, even Aaron Donald gets shut down on occasion. We shut him down.
Mm-hmm.
Other teams start doing that too. There's no such thing as a player that looks the same each and every week. There's gonna be weeks and times when he hits lows. But Eric is, for the most part, has been pretty consistent when played in the right position. You put him on the edge, and what people don't know about him, Jay, that dude seals the edge very well.
Yeah, he does.
But he doesn't get any love for that.
Yeah.
So.
I'll bring back Lakin, but I think a team's gonna probably overpay him or something.
I know, right?
Maybe,
and I would.
Yeah, maybe.
If I could afford whatever the 49ers are paying you, Lakin, I'm gonna pay you $3 million more, man. I'm telling you right now. You never miss games. You do a good job. We'll pay you. Just tell the 49ers goodbye. You can do it. It's like, Jay, you ever try to take somebody else's girlfriend? It's the same conversation, Look, I'm ready to go to the Bahamas now. If you can, you know what? You ready to go? Because I'm going. And, I'd love for you to go along with me. But I have a boyfriend. So, bring him too. So the Lake are the same thing, man.
Yo, Ronbo, what's it called? What do you think about people have been saying about trading George Kittle or something like that?
No, people.
What do you think about that?
Have been saying. Grant put that out there. Nobody said that but him, and I think it's just outrageously funny. No, I'm not trading George Kittle. Listen. Here's the thing, Jay. Mm-hmm. Our offense. George Kittle is pretty much still. There's a lot of revolving around George Kittle as far as that offense goes. He creates he helps create that run game. When you want to go out and kick ass on a route and get that ball and go into the end zone, he's going to do it. He's going to do it well. George Kittle is more than just a tight end. This is why I'm saying I'm not trading George. What am I going to get back for him? Yeah, I think you probably enjoy that deal. What are you going to get back for George Kittle that you think is going to be comparable?
Who, me?
Yeah, if you were going to make that deal.
I don't know. I mean, probably you would get a first because he's probably worth that.
I need more than a first.
Maybe like a proven player. Who knows?
That might work.
Like,
or two first-round picks.
Oh, 2 firsts?
Yeah, come on, because George Kittle means too much to my team. If you're on the phone telling me you want George Kittle, I'll say, you know what? I don't know where we'd be without George Kittle, so what are you willing to offer? I'm going to tell you that. I mean, I tell the guy that first. So.
Yeah, I want to consider trading George Kittle right now because, I want to see if, he's injury prone because he has been, injured for like 2 years already. And, if he gets injured this year, Wait, 3?
Yeah, George Kittle came in, 2017, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't
it 2018?
Didn't he come? Yeah, George was with us in 2017. He was in the first draft. Right. Anyway, George gets hurt every year. Since he's been here. He played with his flat jacket in 2017. No, he missed 2017. I remember he never played with Jimmy.
Oh, my God.
2018.
2018.
Yeah. 2018, 2019.
He broke that record, right? Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. With what's his name? So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Ronbo, about Christian Watson. You know Jalen Hurts. You remember that guy, the guy we drafted?
Oh yeah, Jalen Hurd.
Yeah, no one's talking about this, but you know how he never got to play. Well, what if Kyle, because Christian Watson is kind of like a Jalen Hurts because he's 6'4", and he could do similar stuff to Jalen Hurts. What do you think about that?
Okay, if he could play, I'd like to see him in action first because I'm not making Juwan Jennings sit down. Juwan Jennings has proven to me that he's the dude.
Yeah.
That I want.
I mean, but he's like
size.
a fourth wide receiver though, isn't he? Because
Well, he's a guy. Well, he's not going to beat out Debo. He's not going to beat out, of course, Brandon.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got. That's where he is where he has to be. And that would go for the guy that's coming in. You're talking about too. You think he could beat out either Brandon or Debo?
I say he could beat our second wide receiver. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I got. Okay, I'll tell you what.
I think he could.
I got to go check this guy out. What's his name? Christian what?
Christian Watson.
That's the guy.
No,
that's Trey's guy from Dakota. I already said I wanted him, and Tony came in here and said they're going to make sure they draft him in Atlanta. So, yeah, he's getting a lot of attention. We'll see. No, I'll take him. He's got speed. Any guy with speed on his resume, I like immediately. Yeah. So, yeah.
But I don't know if he's a speedster, though, because I think he runs like a 4.4 or 4.3. I don't know which one.
Really? I've heard he runs a lot faster than that.
In the combine, but we will see.
Yes. There you go. There's the guy to watch for the combine. All right.
If he goes there, I don't know if he is, but
well, there's that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll see you whenever you go live in Ronbo.
Next Friday. Be back. Looking for you.
Okay.
All right.
You have a good day.
Yeah, all right, Jay. You too.
Bye.
And let me come here and get some donuts, and Tanisha as well. Hey, donut.
What's going on, Ronbo?
I was sitting around and looking at some of the people who say, your time is up. Get up on out of here. Listen, pick up your stuff out. Now we go send your stuff out the locker. Pick your check up. Okay, never mind. Let's leave your account. We'll wire it. All right. But you got to go. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get away from here. So it's gonna be. Do we have any guy that we don't like that much? You know what? I don't have any player I don't like. We don't have anybody that I don't really appreciate that bad. Who do you want to keep? Who do you want to let go?
Man, speaking of, players that we're trying to keep and everything, let me tell the faithful a story right quick, man.
All right.
A couple of years ago, during the draft time, it was around my 50th birthday. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? I'm 51 now.
Right.
And I'm going to give y'all a clue. You know what I'm saying? I received a birthday present from my brother, who's also a diehard fan. And my lovely lady surprise birthday party. So I get a call from my brother as well as the UPS man showed up. And I saw the box and it said a 49er custom jersey, and it was an authentic one. And I opened it up, and it wasn't Garoppolo. It wasn't Debo. It wasn't even our boy, you know what I'm saying, K.Y. Williams. It was Javon Kinlaw.
I thought you was going to say D Ford. I was getting ready to go to the hospital because if somebody sent me a D Ford jersey, I'd be looking for him. Man, you sent me this for what? Let me tell you one thing.
But and the cold part about it, the tag is still on it, and I only wore it once. And it's the game that he got the interception and ran it back for a touchdown. But that's the only game I wore. And I'm like, man, I'm looking at this jersey right now, and it's packed up nice and fresh and clean and everything.
Yeah,
damn near brand new. So I'm like, man, I'm looking at this jersey, and I'm like, I want to give Javon Kinlaw a chance, but I don't trust the knees. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of shaky.
But, I don't know how long. Can you go back and take that? Can you take that back in maybe in about 6-7 months? Wait a minute, you need more time than that. Can you take it back next year?
That's a good question. And my lady Tanisha also said the same thing. She wants to know how to say for also.
Hey, Ken Long, man, it's you, Ronbo. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You heard that Ken Law said she mad at you.
Yeah,
That
man.
story. That is hilarious. Boy, because if you, like I said, that's not so bad, Donut. As I said, if you send me a D Ford or who else gets on my nerves, the thing is, oh, by the way, Big Show says send a shout out to you and Donut, Tanisha, because you two are his favorite couple.
Yeah. Shout out to the Big Show, man.
Yes,
and
indeed.
we was listening to, we always listen to the show faithfully.
Yeah.
And, we want to give a shout out to D-Flow and to everybody who gives a shout out to the faithful out there. But more importantly, we like to give a standing round of applause to our man, Dynamite, on the Tuesday show. He shut down that mother duck plucker, Mr. Marketing Pro.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
He
that
left
was-
stars.
hey,
It bruised him up. He
and the
slowed his,
Oscar goes too.
he slowed
Yeah.
his roll. We don't even. I don't. Marketing. Is he in here today? I saw him in here, but I think somebody else was talking to him or about him. But he doesn't come in as much.
It's ready to go. It's ready to blow his tag team partner. He's the one trying to say something, but no Marketing Pro as I'm looking at the chat. You understand me? So, man, shout out to Marketing. I mean, man,
ready
shout
to
out
go
to
is live.
Dynamite. You understand me?
Yeah.
Shout out to Dynamite for doing your thing, man. Thank you, man. We appreciate you.
Yes, keep going, Dynamite. Keep putting it out there and letting everybody know that, hey, bang, bang, Niner game all day, no matter what.
He's Mike. Mike is the enforcer. So if people come trolling off in here, don't let Mike see your name because he will call you out.
Hey, we gonna call them the 49ers faithful hitman from now on.
Remember Anthony Davis and the Rhino. Remember when anybody would do the wrong thing to Cap or somebody on the offense? Man, the Rhino and Anthony Davis would hunt them dudes down during the course of the game.
Yeah, and he used to stalk them too. Stalk them until he sent them out and then yeah, he won't say nothing no more.
I bet he said something to him. He said, "You want some more of that? Do it again."
Yes, right.
I like enforcers like that. You know who would be really be awesome in that role? If anybody ever pissed Trent Williams off. Oh my!
Oh no, you don't want to do that. Hey man, you don't want to do that. Do you know what? That's like putting the elevator in the outhouse. You just don't do it. It's just don't do it. Just not gonna go nowhere. Just don't do it, man.
Man. But Alex, too, the Rhino, man. The Rhino would take it personally, too, man. He'd be going after people, man. The 49ers offensive line back in that during that stretch, man, they had blood in their eye all the time. Don't mess up, man. Just really.
Yeah, yes, it did. Yes, indeed. But I also want to cap off on, I like our offensive line, Ronbo. If we could add like one more stabilized backup, that'll be brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Just in case anybody go down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
We need, no matter what, you know what I'm saying? We need that red picket fence that's gonna protect Mr. Trey Lance. Forget about what's going to happen to him. If anything happens to him, it's because the offensive line and the running backs and George Kittle shut down from the blocking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just keep the schemes going. Make sure the big boys is eating and lifting well, just like the couple of callers said before. You know what I'm saying? There's something about our off-season training
don't be lazy.
that needs to improve to get our players ready, because we're tired of losing players, especially good players, that we're putting our faith in. You know what I'm saying?
And depend upon.
We don't want to. Yes, we don't want to pay players. We don't want them. We want to pay you guys to play, Niners. We don't want to pay to sit. Say it again. Don't pay.
We don't want to pay him to sit. We want you to play. We want you to do something. We want you to handle business. Come on.
I hate to pick on D4 because his back condition is apparently chronic. And there's not a lot he can do about it, and I believe if he could, he would. But the fact of the matter is, we're trying to win football games. All right.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
indeed.
Yes.
Let him go sit somewhere else. And the thing is, he's not coming back next year. And if we can't cut him because Parag fell down by allowing his agent to come in there and run a play on his ass, that if we were to cut D Ford, we lose money. What kind of deal
Hey,
did you
whoever,
sign?
hey, whoever is that whoever D Ford agent is, he got the biggest pimp hat inside the damn cooler, inside the freezer. He only take that motherfucker out whenever he need to sign somebody. Man, however he got that contract signed, he is the biggest pimp of the NFL.
But you know something funny, don't
Man,
it?
oh,
We were like desperate for an edge rusher. We hadn't drafted Nick Bosa yet, right? So D came in, the
yeah.
timing was perfect. 49ers was going to yield to whatever his agent said. You D Ford, 10 sacks, 6 years, we're really hurting at the edge. We need an edge rusher. Draft comes along, the 49ers with the second overall pick select from Ohio State, Nick Bosa. And then everybody said, oh my God. A lot of us didn't think Nick was coming. 49ers going to pick anybody, Nick Bosa, right? Josh Allen or somebody, anybody. Yeah. And I was sitting there, I was praying for Nick Bosa. I ain't lying. But I didn't care what anybody says. You know what? I like all these people y'all like. But Nick Bosa, that dude is born and bred like a ninja. That's what he does. That's what his whole family does. I want him.
Yeah.
And we got him.
Yeah.
Boy. And look at him.
Man, I'm glad we did. I'm glad we did because the way the fourth, understand me, it wasn't expected when we signed him as fans. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what's going to come up. You know what I'm saying? However, all we can do is just for the ones that can stay. You know, I want to stabilize defensive line like we do have with nice core that we can keep. You know what I'm saying? If there's any way that we can keep DJ Jones, that'll be great. That'll be lovely. If there's any way we can keep Willis, who is also on a 1-year contract, that'll be lovely. We need his height. You know what I'm saying? Because Nick Bosa is the strength. Your boy DJ Jones is the wrecking ball. Mr. Willis and others that follow behind him and on the other side, let's keep it going with that straight arm and let's flex on them. You know what I'm saying? Because like other callers say, when there's a front, it'll help out the defensive backs. And let's beef up that offensive line in the guard area. Whoever needs help, you know what I'm saying? If we can't get Lakeland Tomlinson back, which I would love him to have him back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know,
but
it depends on what's his name looks like. If Aaron Banks is looking like the shiznit, then the 49ers will not. They'll probably tell Lakeland, listen, we're thinking about asking you to move to the right side anyway this year, as we want to put Aaron over there on the left side, as he is naturally a left-sided worker. So moving you to the right side, but we'll have to reduce your money down to right side of the line, offensive guard. Lakeland might say, all right, so I'm out of here, you know, and that would be the end of the game. So, you know,
show you right.
You know, I could see that coming, actually.
Man, you know what? You are absolutely right because the way things been panning out, and if a couple of people, if one more person followed Jimmy Ward's lead, if he does decide to, take a pay cut, it can help out a lot in this situation. It can really help out. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to approach everybody they can. Well, fam, we got to go. I'll tell you what, I'll be back. I won't be back during the week, but I will be back Friday, and I'll be looking for you. You and Tanisha.
Okay. Well, let me and Tanisha give a favor. Let me give y'all a favor. Show you right, since we won't be back till Friday.
Right.
1, 2, 3. Show you right. We'll see you next Friday night. Good night, faithful.
Good night, y'all.
Take it easy, Ronbo.
Boy, I tell you, but you two are adorable out there. All right, just know this. I'll see you Friday. Night, Tanisha.
Good night.
Good night.
Night. And let's go and check out Chardon with those penetrating
what's up,
questions.
Ronbo?
Chardon, man, we're just sitting there looking at our roster, and it's come to the time to say, let old acquaintance be forgot. Chardon, we got guys we're going to keep. We got guys we're going to let go. Chardon, who are your favorites to stick, and who are the ones you just as soon say goodbye to?
So some of the players that I like to bring back would be Arden Key.
Yeah, me too.
Because I love Arden Key, man. He's a great player, man. He could turn the game around. Like, that's how great of a player he is. I mean, he's truly a dynamic player. Do you agree?
And yeah, because he remember and when he was playing with the Raiders, he wasn't doing anything. He gets to San Francisco underneath Chris Kasuric, and now I think he's going to be even better next year. He really gets the system. I love him. I really do. I liked him coming out of college. I had him on my mock draft that year.
So another question I have is that should the 49ers sign Marcus Mariota to solve that 49er quandary in 2022, because they need somebody to back up Trey Lance. They need a player to be a backup to him next season, so they could train the young kid, make him successful next season.
Shuttle, honestly, people have been saying I haven't been saying anything, but here's what would happen with that situation. Mariota would come in and he'd beat Trey out. Here's the reason why. First of all, if you bring Mariota in, you're already bringing in a competition. And Trey's not up to that level where he can actually compete. He needs to be left alone with a guy that's similar, but not necessarily much better, right? Or else now you got this thing going on in camp where Mariota's going to come in the beginning, he's going to beat Trey out. So why would you bring a player in that's going to be better than Trey from the start? You're creating a mess on your own. So, but John, it's a good question though, because I don't want Sudfeld. So you got to do something. So that would be
because for Trey Lance, because you need the thing that makes a lot of sense in this situation is that you got to bring somebody who can train him, because he's gonna make mistakes in his first game. They put him in, he's gonna probably play like a couple of snaps, and then he's probably gonna they're gonna probably replace him. So you need somebody who can mentor him, because you got to mentor the kid. The kid's like a rookie, and he is gonna make blunders.
Yeah, okay, but you know what? It's Mariota's too expensive, most likely. Anyway, Mariota's. Did you see him when he played with the Raiders? Hell, I don't know. At one point, I thought that he was beating out Carr. That one game I seen him playing, he was moving that offense like crazy. So I said maybe Mariota just needed to leave Tennessee. My God, I don't remember looking that good. And so as I say, he's going to be expensive, and also as I say, at this point right now in time, Trey needs a couple of years. Mariota will beat him out.
Because so for Trey Lance, do you have another player that could be a backup to him?
That's what's killing me. Trey's got to go the whole season. He can't get injured. I don't know what they're going to do about that. I have no idea what they're going to do about that.
Yeah, because the only problem is that we need another quarterback, because if Trey Lance gets injured, we don't have another quarterback to replace him. So we need another QB, and we need another kicker.
I got one. You go ahead and you bring back Nick. You got to bring Nick Mullins back. You know what? I bet you they do that, Chardol. Nick Mullins can come back.
Yeah, because everybody is saying that if everybody's saying that bring Jeff Garcia as a backup to Trey Lance.
Chardol, I can always depend on you and Fly Guy for something completely.
Because I love Jeff Garcia, man.
I know, but he can't play.
I think that. No, but he would be a good development.
Oh, you mean quarterbacks coach?
No, he'll be a good develop. No, he'll be a good coach for Trey Lance. Because you need a development coach, and I think Jeff Garcia would be a great coach for him.
No, I thought you said you'd bring Jeff in to be the other quarterback. Okay. No, Jeff is the quarterback coach. He's been trying to get that job for years with the 49ers anywhere. I got no problem with that.
I meant bring him as a quarterback coach. That's what I meant. Not as a quarterback to play as a backup to Trey Lance. I meant bring him as a quarterback's coach. Jeff Garcia.
I think it's an excellent idea. Yeah,
because do you think that but about Jeff Garcia, did you hear something about that? Because they were making a whole scenario about what he said to Mina Kimes. Jeff Garcia.
Yeah, no,
on ESPN First Take.
I remember something like when he got up, he went after it, Nina Kimes for talking about
for saying
Jimmy.
That she's not that you don't know how to play football and you can't be a quarterback.
Yeah, Nina's.
And I thought that was the most ludicrous thing somebody would actually say, targeting a female reporter, saying stuff like that. Like,
well,
you
the thing
know,
is, okay,
you're an
but Nina's
NFL
got.
quarterback.
No, I like Mina a lot. Okay, the thing is, when you're in that position those folks are in on networks, you got to be ready to defend yourself because you're going to piss people off. Unless you're Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith likes when you get pissed off with him. Stephen A. loves that. He doesn't feel like he did his job unless you're mad after his show, but you keep watching him, right? This is like sometimes I think Grant that's what he's trying to pattern himself after Stephen A. But anyway, that works. And that's what some people do that on purpose. But some people can't do it right, and they get sensitive about it, you know?
Because for me, the thing that I don't understand about reporters is that they take their authority too seriously. Like they have power of authority, but they take that authority to, like, they completely abuse it. Like, you know, you're a reporter, and you have to say facts, and then you can abuse it. Like, you know, you'll get fired off the air if you abuse your authority as a reporter. Like, if you say one stupid thing on air, you're gonna lose the whole channel. You're gonna be they're gonna remove you. You'll never be on there, you know, because that's what hurts
the
me.
more actually, Shardal, the more controversy you create, the more valuable you are to the network. Actually,
no, but for me, I like controversy, but some people are not into, you know, they don't like controversy. They don't like to have a situation, and they stretch it out too much. Like they completely stretch out the situation and make a mess of it.
Yeah, but no matter what the opinion of the reporters are, you're going to have that contingent of people that agrees with them 100%, and you're going to have that other contingent that's going to disagree with them 100%. You're never going to find there's a medium ground, but it's very small. But you're never going to get full satisfaction from the whole entire masses. It's not going to happen. No matter what you do.
Like when reporters talk on air, like some reporters, like they're saying that we don't have time to argue with these people. Like, you know, we have other stuff to do. Like, we can't bicker all the time on these false issues. Like, we don't have, like, you're wasting our time. Like, we're reporters, man. We're busy. We got other stuff to do, man. We can't be arguing for 3-4 hours on the same topic for hours
but they
and hours
do.
and hours.
Look at the shows that have people who do that. But anyway, Shardal, we ran out of time. I'll see you Friday. All right, be looking for you.
I'll see you on Friday. We can talk more football then.
Looking forward. All right.
Okay, bye, Ronbo.
Bye.
Night. Bye.
I'm gonna take a poll here. Do you guys really think that Drake could beat Mariota out? Seriously. I just threw that out there, but I think there'd be a fiasco about it. How can he not? Anyway, whatever, guys. Fine. No, he can't beat Mariota out. Mariota sucks. Hey, JT.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
JT, man. Look at the free agents, man. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be heartbreaking, I got this feeling. They can't sign all those guys, right? So, you know, who are you comfortable with saying goodbye to, and who would you like to keep?
Well, give me a number. Give me a number of players I could bring back. Just give me a number, and I'll tell you.
Oh, see, I hadn't thought about that. Wow. There's 28 guys out there. You know, so I'm thinking, man, if you could bring 20 back? But there's going to be a lot of one-year contracts. Well, that's a good question. JT, I'm going to have to I'm going to think about that because I like that. I'm going to come back with you. Right now, I can't really give you a number. I can give you a raw number, 28. Bring 17 of them back.
All right. Well, look, I'm gonna start here. Like I said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it till it comes into fruition. You bring back Lakin. You bring back DJ Jones. You can let Javon Kinlaw, he can walk.
Yeah, but he's on a rookie contract, so he's not leaving, though.
Yeah.
That doesn't count against the salary cap anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, well, you still got to bring back DJ Jones. Because imagine if you bring back DJ Jones and then you have a healthy Javon Kinlaw, you know, that's just going to make the defensive line even. It's just going to keep the defensive line intact. Okay. You bring back Jason Verrett. I can't stress it enough. You bring back that man because That's a shutdown corner. He has an island of his own when that man's healthy.
Yep. And you put him on an incentive contract or a prove it contract. All right. I think that's 4 guys already or 5? Okay.
I think that's 5 guys.
Okay.
But I want to bring back Jason Brett because just his what was that? His 2020 campaign season. He shut it down. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, and I've already made it pretty clear last time I want to have Trey Lance as my quarterback because I think he's gonna learn. As the season goes on, he's gonna learn because he picks it up. Ronbo every time he gets in there and he makes a mistake, he gets better all the time. So I want to roll with Trey Lance under a quarterback. And let me see. I was going to say, Christian Watson, man. He could say that guy Tony. He could say whatever he wants, man. But you know what? He's coming to San Francisco, man. I'm not. He don't make the business decisions in Atlanta, and neither do I. But you know what? I got a strong suspicion that he's gonna come to San Francisco, man. Trey Lance is gonna want him. Just think about this for a minute, Ronbo.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, let me think. Let's just say this. Let me say this. Look at the chemistry you got between Joe Burrow and Jamal Chase. Same concept. You bring in Christian Watson with Trey Lance. You're gonna have that comfortability right there.
They know each other well. Yes.
They know each other real well, and you put that in there with Debo and sprinkle in some George Kittle and Elijah Mitchell, and then you got Brandon Ayuk, and then you got a healthy Raheem Mostert. The NFL can forget about it. And then it's going to be 11-on-11 football. You're going to have 11-on-11 football with Trey Lance there. And imagine that running game right there.
Let me just make this.
Go ahead, Ronbo.
You're a guy that's on the Raheem Mostert. See, we're forming a small club because a lot of people do not want Heem back. I imagine a healthy Heem and Elijah Mitchell together, and I see other teams saying, "The hell are we supposed to do?"
You make Raheem Mostert a third down back, Ronbo. You make him a third down back. You keep him as healthy and as fresh as possible until we get deep into the season. Once we get into playoff mode, then we're gonna unleash the beast in Raheem Mostert, and he's gonna run all over everybody. The Green Bay Packers.
All the way till week 8, right? I'm using Raheem sparingly because I want to get him in shape. My workhorse is going to be Elijah and Jeffrey Wilson Jr. or Trey Sermon, if Trey Sermon can finally get something done now.
Let me say this, too. And you got to bring back Arden Key, because imagine this. Arden Key with Nick Bosa on one side. And then you got your secondary. You got Emmanuel Mosley, Jason Verrett. If he's healthy, he comes back to form. And if he does not inform, when you got Ambry Thomas right there, I'm telling you, Ronbo, the NFL can forget about it.
Ambry will start, JT. You know what? Ambry, you know what his weakness was coming in the NFL? They said he was a little bit weak, and they worried about him making tackles. Ambry was making tackles.
Oh, man. His percentage, his tackling percentage was up there, Ronbo.
Yes.
I was looking at it earlier on the chart. It was more blue than it. I think, it was showing blue on his because I think blue is
Lombardi.
Is good with.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, ma'am.
I think he wins the starting job. I don't know if Verrett's going to be able to play next year, but that means he would deal with Emmanuel Mosley. I don't know if he could beat Mosley out. Mosley's a bad boy too.
Ronbo,
that's a good battle.
I do not discount Verrett because I mean, come on,
he's okay.
Who's he gonna lose the job to if that man's healthy? I don't think he's gonna lose to nobody.
Hopefully he is healthy. I wish he would be. I'm a little concerned because that was a bad injury last year. I mean, the way he was laying on the ground screaming, that must have been serious.
But look at Jameis Winston, Ronbo. That man's healthy, and Verrett got hurt before him. And I was looking on Instagram. Jameis Winston got the same ACL injury, and he's already back.
He's got doing videos with him dancing back and forth, But remember, we saw them videos. Though, remember Ronnie? That went over to the. Did he go over to the Jets? Ronnie, what's his name? Our defensive lineman.
I don't think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. I just can't remember his last name. So I said his last name. What's the big lineman's name that hurt his knee? Blair. Ronnie Blair. Remember Ronnie Blair?
Oh, Ronald Blair. Yeah, Ronald Blair. Yeah, I know Ronald Blair. That's my dog right there.
Everybody's dog. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like Robert Saleh. If you want to win, put Ronnie in. But you know what? He hurt his knee, and we haven't heard from him since. See.
Hey, but you know what, Ronbo? Chris Kasurik is the real dog behind that, man. He makes that defensive line. He makes that shit run.
Yeah, because, Arden Key was not doing anything when he was with the Raiders. I don't know, but when he came to work with Kasurik, all of a sudden now that boy's a force. And that's after 1 year with Kasurik. I think you put Arden Key, start him next year, opposite of Nick. I think we may have something there.
And I want to say one more thing, Ronbo. You got to re-sign Jaquaski Tart. I mean, just because he dropped that film. I mean, come on, man.
No, there was too many mistakes made in that game. I'm not holding out totally. I do believe, though, at 31, the 49ers are going to give that a good long thought. He didn't make but $1.1 million last year. He probably wants to get paid now. I don't know what he'd be asking for. I don't know.
I just don't feel like Talanoa Hufanga is ready for that role yet. I think he needs another year.
He's not as talented as Kwaski either. Oh, by the way,
no.
JT, Tony Wright says, hey, we will have 4 draft picks before Niners will get their first pick, in which is late second round. He's going after your wide receiver, our wide receiver.
No, tell him he can forget about it, man. Tell him to go pick somebody else. There's a couple. He even said it himself. There's a few receivers that's better than him. So, I mean, he can go after somebody else, man. He's a 49er, man. I'm gonna say it right now, right here. And there's another. Let me say another thing too, Ronbo. I think I said it first when you told him that he wanted Christian Watson. No, I was the one that brought it up. I just couldn't remember his name. It was me who brought it up first before he was like, I was going to say him, but no one said anything about him until that guy did. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. So that was it. Yeah, Christian. Everybody's talking about him, and the Combine's coming up in a couple of days, right? Boy, every 49er fan on the planet is watching that Combine to Christian Watson.
I'm telling you, Ronbo. I'm telling you, just imagine if he does. Hey, imagine if he does come to San Francisco, he'll be the number 3 receiver, and just imagine that dynamic. You couldn't stop that dynamic because we'd have a speed receiver after that. We'd have everything we need after that, and it would be explosive.
And then we got to cut somebody. Now you see, that's the funny thing about it. Now, no, Jawan Jennings, he could be that 4th guy. Who else do we have?
Yeah, he could. Oh shit! We got Muhammad Sanu, but he's gonna go. Who else do we got?
Trent Sherfield. Trey likes Trent Sherfield.
They
work well together.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does like Trent. I think Trent will probably stay.
We could keep 5. Don't we keep 5 or 6 receivers every year anyway?
I think we do, like 5 to 6 receivers. Yeah.
So we'll see. Anyway, JT.
All right.
See you I'll see you Friday. As I'll be missing out during this week and next week. But looking for you Friday. It'll be the perfect time to the Combine to be rolling. We'll see Christian by then.
Hey, for sure. Hey, Tony. Hey, he coming to Frisco, my man. I'm just letting you know. Hey, choke on that, man. All right, brother.
Good night, JT. Well, it's gonna be funny.
All right, Ronbo.
People are going to be talking about who blogs where. Because every year you go through this with the Combine. Because I go to other places to see who likes who, right? And they'll say, man, he sure would look good in a whatever uniform. I say, man. So this is like 4 particular places. That means, and I ain't looking at all these people because I don't like these people. But the conversation in Raiderville, and I didn't know the Raiders really. I know the Raiders mentioned Henry Ruggs, and now we find out Henry Ruggs was actually. I gotta tell you, he screwed up, but I have it was just misfortune and fate because if he comes to San Francisco, Kyle, I know you liked who you liked, but still, you brought Henry Ruggs. Now you'd have that deep threat all day long, and he probably wouldn't have been driving down no street in Vegas like a damn fool. Man. And I don't think he would have been driving like a damn fool in Cali either. I really wonder what got in his mind. You know, he might have done it in Cali, but maybe not the same circumstances. At any rate, that's neither here nor there. But I do want somebody who can take that top off that offense. Kyle Shanahan's offense operates so much better when it's got a speed demon like it did in Atlanta. Like it did. And you know, that was Kyle over in Cleveland when that Mr. What's that smell? What? Flash, you ready to play? Yeah, I'm ready. What? I'm coming, man. Chill out. You know, see, Flash Gordon, these are the kind of guys that can make all the difference in the world. That's why I'm saying, you know, man. We'll see what they do. Because Kyle, you got to get a speed guy, man. You really do. I like your other guys. I love Debo to death. Ayuk's awesome. You know, who else we got? Jennings. All these guys do a great job, but you got to get that one guy. Babe, I'll see you Fridays. As I say, I got to get some stuff done during the week and next week. It's that time of year when the only time I'm going to be able to do it, not keep lying to folks I've been making promises to get things done. So, fam, Friday, have a great week. I'll be watching the combine, though. And, fam, thanks for the contribution. I got one. Guero, thanks, fam. Please hit subscribe before you leave. Even you people that come in and have fun with my people trolling. But I'll see you Friday. Niners! Whew.